Since time immemorial, humanity has been captivated by stories of beings that transcend the ordinary. Legends of giants, gods, and hybrid creatures echo through the ages, whispered in mythologies and sacred texts. But what if one of these legends was not just a myth, but a veiled truth within the oldest pages of human history? Welcome to Unveiling the Scriptures, your sanctuary for delving into the deepest mysteries of the Bible, unraveling prophecies, and exploring the truths that have shaped our faith. If you are a seeker of truth, passionate about ancient stories and spiritual revelations, this is your place. Today, we will unravel one of the most fascinating and debated enigmas of the Scriptures, the mystery of the Nephilim. Who were these giants mentioned in the Bible? Fallen angels, hybrid beings, or something even more complex? The first and most intriguing mention of them appears in Genesis, chapter 6, verses 1 to 4. A brief text, yet laden with implications.
When human beings began to increase in number on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years." The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. The ambiguity of this passage has generated centuries of debate. Who were these sons of God, and who were the daughters of humans? And crucially, who were the Nephilim, the heroes of old, men of renown who were born from this union? The story of the Nephilim does not end with the flood. Years later, when Moses sent spies into Canaan, the Promised Land, they returned with a terrifying report. In Numbers 13, verse 33, we read, "We saw the Nephilim there. The descendants of Anak come from the Nephilim. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them." This passage suggests that the Nephilim, or at least their descendants, the Anakim, were beings of great stature and strength, terrifying the inhabitants of the land. But how did they survive the flood, which God sent to purify the earth from corruption? This is one of the many mysteries surrounding these enigmatic figures.
The oldest and most widely accepted interpretation, especially in ancient Jewish texts like the Book of Enoch, identifies the sons of God as fallen angels, also known as the Watchers. According to this view, these celestial beings rebelled against God, descended to earth, and took wives from among human women. The unholy union resulted in the Nephilim, hybrid beings of immense stature and strength, who became tyrants and spread violence and corruption across the earth. The Book of Enoch describes how these Watchers taught humanity forbidden arts such as sorcery and weapon manufacturing, leading to widespread depravity that ultimately provoked God's wrath and the flood. The term Nephilim itself is derived from the Hebrew word naphal, meaning to fall, suggesting the fallen ones, or those who cause to fall. This interpretation highlights the gravity of the transgression and the supernatural origin of these beings.
However, other theories offer a different perspective. One of them, known as the Sethite view, argues that the sons of God were the pious descendants of Seth, Adam's son, who replaced Abel. The daughters of humans, in turn, would be the descendants of Cain's ungodly lineage. According to this interpretation, the union of these two lineages, the pious and the ungodly, led to the moral corruption of humanity, resulting in a society where wickedness prevailed. And the Nephilim would simply be powerful and renowned men, but not necessarily supernatural giants. Another view suggests that the sons of God were tyrannical rulers or kings who considered themselves divine and abused their power, taking women by force and begetting descendants who became men of renown for their strength and cruelty. Although less supernatural, these interpretations still point to a profound moral degradation that led to divine judgment. Regardless of the exact interpretation, the mystery of the Nephilim invites us to deep reflection. It reminds us of the constant battle between good and evil, the importance of purity and obedience to God. The story of the Nephilim is a prelude to the flood, a somber reminder of the consequences of depravity and rebellion against divine order.
It connects to larger themes in the Bible: God's eternal plan for humanity, the reality of spiritual warfare, and divine sovereignty over all things. Understanding these heroes of old can expand your understanding of the Scriptures, strengthen your faith, and help you find answers to life's deepest questions, preparing you for future prophecies and events such as the rapture and resurrection, which are pillars of our hope. The mystery of the Nephilim remains one of the most intriguing in the Bible, a reminder of the complexity and depth of divine truths. It challenges us to go beyond the surface, to question, and to seek the wisdom that only the Scriptures can offer. If you were captivated by this journey and wish to continue unraveling the secrets of God's Word, subscribe to the Unveiling the Scriptures channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Leave your comment below. What's your theory about the Nephilim? Your participation enriches our community of truth seekers. May the light of truth illuminate your path, and may your faith be strengthened with each revelation. Until next time, here at Unveiling the Scriptures.